Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a massive second round FA Cup tie at home against Wigan, followed by a home league game against Scunthorpe. As you can see, we've not done an awful lot since the previous episode against Aldershot and York, but we're a little bit hit and miss, and we're struggling to score goals, but granted, at the same time, we're not conceding too many either. It's quite even all the way around, and yeah, it's been a bit frustrating. Oldham were near the bottom of the league. We ended up with a 1-0 defeat against them, and they were by far the better team, to be quite honest. And I mean, by all standards and purposes, they are a better team. But considering the league table positions at the moment, we should have done better than we did. And then we played Chesterfield, who were a fellow playoff side, and we managed a 1-1 draw, a goal for both sides from set pieces, proving to be not much of a difference maker in the end after it finished one apiece. In terms of transfers, we are only in December, but we have made one or two little changes recently. Okocha has made a move to Crawley for £15,000. It's all profit, of course, so that has worked out quite well for us. And we've brought in two players. We've brought in Tosin Pomeye, who's a young striker. He's not worth a lot of money, and to be quite honest, he's only got 1 star of current ability. He has got a decent amount of potential, but I've brought him in basically because he works hard, he's a very determined character, and he's a very good finisher as well. So he is a player that could do as a job as a substitute, for example, potentially just getting the odd goal here and there. And we've also brought in Bobby Dunn. We need to strengthen the midfield a little bit, so we are still looking to do that. But as you can see, his value is very, very good. He's 2.5 star current ability with 3.5 to 4 star potential, and he's got very good mental attributes. His technical attributes aren't great, but physical wise, he's not too bad, and he's quite a physically fit player as well, with a 15 rating for that. And he will come in into that central midfield, and hopefully he'll be able to do a job for us. We are hopeful of bringing in two other players as well at the moment. We've got Keston Davis, who's on our shortlist, and I think he's quite a good defender, to be honest. He's currently in on trial. He's only a 2.5 star player, but I think he's better quality than Okocha was. And Okocha was a 2.5 star player. So, yes, his defensive attributes aren't quite as good as Okocha's, but he is a lot better in terms of his physicals and his mental attributes. So, hopefully, we will be able to get him in. And Charlie Wellens, who is quite a good player, originally at Manchester United's Youth Academy, been playing regularly in League One, but was released recently. I'm really hopeful that we can bring him in. I made him a contract offer. Some other clubs at the same level have come in for him, so we've now offered him a bigger contract as well. But he's quite good with his passing ability. He's got good mental attributes again. Same with his physicals as well. He is quite decent, and as you can see, he's very versatile as well. He's a 2.5 star current ability at right back, central midfield 2.5 star, and wide right is actually 3 star, so he will provide very good cover on the wing as well. But with 4.5 star potential, he can play in all those positions. I think he would be a vital player if we could get him in. But without further ado, let us jump in to this FA Cup second round tie at home against Wigan. It's going to be an incredibly tough game this for us, but I'm really hopeful just to get into him a little bit, just really give us an opportunity in this game. We are going to give Bobby Dunn a start today, straight in to the side, and obviously the trialist can't play, but I am hopeful that we can do well today, but we'll have to wait and see how we get on. And we are struggling in terms of wingers again anyway. Ryan is currently out injured. He has done his ligaments, so he'll be out for a few weeks. But hopefully, like I say, with the balance of the team, with Dunn in that midfield as well, I'm hopeful that we can do a little bit of a stronger showing in that position. For the game today, we've got Akers in goal with Powell, Forbes, McConville and Ling at the back, Burton, Dunn, McGlinchey and O'Reilly in midfield, with the Dozy and Cibulski up front. And I think what I am going to do, I am going to bring Pameye onto the bench here. We have actually got two strikers on the bench anyway. In fact, I will leave him out for this one. But we have actually got two strikers on the bench anyway. Ali Hayder's in there, as well as Ume. But we'll see how we get on. We're looking, it's there or thereabouts, the strongest squad that we've got. Akers is in goal instead of Green today, but hopefully, like I say, he can have a good performance for us. I'm not expecting whirlwind performances from the side. Wigan are 2 leagues above us. We have beaten League One teams in pre-season, but that was quite some time ago now. But hopefully we can just be a little bit creative and just give good account of ourselves, basically. We've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. If we get beat 1-0, it's probably harder to take than getting beat 4 or 5-0 by a team that's 2 leagues above you. So we'll go out there, we'll give it as good as we get, and we've just got to hope for the best, really. If we can create 1 or 2 chances and take them, then we could have every chance of getting a dream Premier League tie in the 3rd round if we can somehow find a way past Wigan. And Cebulski looking to win the challenge there. It's cleared away quite comfortably. Here's Jenkins into Sweet, wide right, into Edwards now. Wigan just moving the ball nicely, plays it in, and Scully's there, and a bit of a bundle there, but it's cleared away by McConville, and now O'Reilly has it. And he plays it forward, and Cebulski just about keeps it in there, wide right. Plays it in brilliantly to Bobby Dunn. Looks to play the pass for O'Reilly out wide, couldn't quite find it. The highlight ends there, but positive signs. We look to break there, and in terms of possession, I think, to be quite honest, we look forward to these games against the bigger clubs. We seem to be working a lot harder in these games. We did the same against Portsmouth in the previous round. We got a good 1-0 win. And we played well as well. We did concede chances, of course, but we played really well. Bobby Dunn there with the pass into Powell. Bobby Dunn's, by the way, he actually signed 2 days ago, so he's not had a proper full training session with us or anything yet. And here he is starting against League One side Wigan. Here's Antonsen moving it over the top. Ling does well to get in there ahead of Scully. This is O'Reilly. Plays it over the top here. Idozi with an opportunity. Can he control it? Yes, he can. Plays it in. Cebulski's at the far post. It's come to O'Reilly and it's hit the crossbar. And it's going to be cleared by Jenkins. And Green looks to get onto it, but Forbes does well to get onto it there. Dunn plays it into O'Reilly. Cleared away again by Charles and now Scully into McGrath. And the highlight ends. We give him really good account of ourselves on 2 really good chances created. It remains 0-0 here in the opening half an hour. And so far, I'd say that arguably we have got a decent chance here. And if it gets to half time still at 0-0, we've certainly got a good opportunity potentially. Wigan are creating more chances, as it can be seen to the left of your screen. They've had 2 shots on target out of their 6 attempts. We haven't had a shot on target yet, but we have hit the woodwork. So certainly positive signs there. I am happy with the performance. We've worked hard. The ratings of the players don't always show the account of how the game's going. I mean, Powell's sat there on a 6.3. Burton and Idozi are there on 6.4s, but they've not potentially not seen a lot of the ball, so that could make a big difference. Cebulski and Forbes have got yellow cards now, though, and that is a bit of a concern. Forbes is vital to us, especially in the big games such as this, and he's certainly proving it at the moment, but he's also struggling for fitness, as is Cebulski, and I think, unfortunately, we are going to have to take them both off. I don't want to risk any injuries. Obviously, we're missing Damani Ryan, and he is such an important player for us. We're going to bring Joshua Ronnie on in centre-back. Cebulski's going to come off for Franco Ume, and we're going to have to take McGlinchey off as well. And I think we'll bring Alidor Hamilton on. Alidor Hamilton hasn't played a single game for us this season. He's the team captain, and he just doesn't get picked. I'm not entirely sure why, but my assistant doesn't seem to want to pick him. But he's coming in today, and hopefully he can do a good performance in that ball-winning midfielder role. It is his preferred role as well, I might add. So hopefully he can do a job. And Asgard there with an effort just wide of the post for Wigan. I'm not entirely sure if it goes to a replay at this stage or whether it's straight onto penalties if it gets to 90 minutes. I'm kind of hoping it goes to a replay. It'd be more money for the club coffers if it does. And I'm not entirely sure how many substitutes I've got. I'm hoping I might have some more actually. Yes, we do. We've got another 2 substitutes that we can make. We're a bit short in terms of wingers, so that's not really an option for us, unfortunately. But I think, let's see. I think what we'll do, we'll push a Dozy back to wide left, and we're going to give Ali Hayder an opportunity up front. He's not seen a lot of game time, Ali Hayder, this season because of the form of our other strikers. And I think we're going to bring Ezen Olim on for Powell as well. Powell struggled today a little bit, but hopefully we can just shore up that defence, because Ezen Olim likes to come inside a bit as well and cover at centre-back, so that might serve as well as the second half almost draws to a close here. We're almost at the 90 minutes. Can we hang on here? It's been a very positive performance, to be quite honest, for us to be where we were, and it's a 0-0 draw. Well, I'll quite happily take that against the League One side. We've done extremely well there, and it looks like it is going to go to a replay and a return for an away game at Wigan. That is a brilliant performance from the lads to not get beat there. Really looking solid defensively as well. And of course, like I say, we hit the woodwork as well. So we are officially going to be in the draw for the third round of the FA Cup. And I mean, Bobby Dunn, I think he did really, really well in that central midfield, to be quite honest. He does, he's struggled for goals recently, it doesn't really matter. Because some of the games he's played in, of course, have been very tough and as well. I think what we're actually going to do, we'll miss out the Scunthorpe home game and we'll come back for the away game against Wigan in the return of that FA Cup clash, because I think it's another massive game for the club, and hopefully, like I say, we can do well in that game. A 0-0 draw in this original game is suited as well. We go away from home and we'll get a lot more money from that as well. So bear with me and I will be back very soon for the return game against Wigan. Come on, boys, let's get this FA Cup third round draw. Okay, guys, here we go for the return game against Wigan in the FA Cup second round. It's a massive game away from home, and the result of this tie could place us in the third round away against Newcastle. What a match that would be for the club. In the game against Scunthorpe in between, we managed a 4-3 win. We were 4-1 up at one point, and we let our guard down a little bit. But we scored 3 goals in 3 minutes in the second half, and we really took them to the sword. They got 2 later goals, but we managed to hold on for the win. It was a really important win, to be fair, and clearly after the good performance in the original game in the FA Cup, we've done quite well, I think, to turn out a win afterwards. So with this game coming up now against Wigan in the FA Cup, we've then got an FA Trophy game against Boston United, which will be played off camera, but that is again a winnable game, and I think we could do quite well in the FA Trophy this season. I am hopeful of being able to. Again, more money in the bank, hopefully, and hopefully, again, like I say, we will do well. Wellens, as you can see, has signed. He played in that game against Scunthorpe. He didn't do an awful lot in the game, but he did what job he needed to do, and it's a very rotated side, as you can see, for this game. I am going to make a couple of changes, I think, though. Bobby Dunn played well last time out, so he is going to come in there, I think, and we'll put him across to there, and Burton off. And we need, Riley's injured. Right, so that's a bit of a spanner in the works. I didn't realise he was actually injured, unfortunately, so he is going to have to stay there, Harry Burton. And Cebulski we want to start as well. Idozi played really well in the game against Scunthorpe, bagging 2 goals, but we're going to have Ume up front with Cebulski today. And again, hopefully, having that height up there, we'll see as well. And I think we might take a risk at centre-back as well, to be honest. We'll bring a debut in for Davis, who is the elder centre-back that we brought in. He's a Welsh player. And again, I think he'll be quite solid for us, and hopefully he will do a job for us today. And other than that, again, defensively, we're looking a little bit weaker. I think Powell's going to have to start at left-back. And to be fair, Davis is only 2-star current ability, isn't he? So I wonder how... Forbes' fitness is a little bit of a concern, but I think we're going to have to play him. We need our full strength side out today, to be honest. And Wellens is going to start at right back. He played right midfield last time out, but he's starting at right back today. Hopefully, like I say, we can get a decent result, but it is going to be a tough game. And I'm not expecting to get through. The fact that we drew the initial game was a really good result for us, but being away from home and is going to be tough. And Wigan are a big football club considering the circumstances, especially against a team of our stature. They are a massive club, and with a stadium the size that they have, it's going to be a really good atmosphere. There's talk of about 5,000 fans being at the ground today for this game. Again, massive attendance, and hopefully it will generate some money for us as we go forward. Burton moving down this left-hand side. He needs a bit of support and plays it back to Powell. Powell looks over the top. Ume couldn't quite get onto it, but we do win the ball in the midfield again. Here's Powell again. Looking over the top, and Ume could be in behind here. He has support in the penalty area, and Cebulski's got there. We are ahead at Wigan. What a moment for the football club. We have a lead here after just 3 minutes. There's a long way to go yet, but what a positive start that is. Cebulski on the score sheet with the assist from Franco Ume. Those two do seem to link up quite well overall, and it would appear that we are looking strong in the opening 10 minutes. McGrath with the delivery in, cleared by McConville. This is Asgard. Ume with the challenge. What a tackle that is. He's didn't give away the foul either. Brilliant challenge from Ume. And we do have a chance for a breakaway here. He couldn't quite make the pass to Burton. I think the pass was to play it through, to be honest. And because Dunn was there. Wellens has brought down Scully in the penalty area. He's already on a yellow card. Is he going to get sent off? No. That is a bit of luck for us. But with the penalty, it's going to be McGrath. And McGrath puts away the penalty, as suspected. Big mistake from Charlie Wellens at right back there. And like I say, he didn't have the best performance in the game against Scunthorpe. And he has started today very poorly with an early yellow card. And now he's giving away a penalty. He is more of a midfielder, to be honest. But he has got the ability to play at right back. So we've taken a risk with him. We've just got to make sure that he doesn't give away anything else today. Clark into Charles. What an effort that is. It's off the crossbar and Powell manages to get it away to Burton. He has support ahead of him and Ume gets onto it. Now Dunn into Cebulski. Holds it up well. Plays it out wide to Ryan on that wide right hand side. Back into Wellens. Looks over the top. Ryan made a brief run but Clark cut him off and no foul was given and it remains one apiece. With Charlie Wellens with a throw here. Looking forward, Scully wins it and finds McGrath. Now Jenkins plays it all the way back to Cunningham. Looks over the top for Scully. Wellens couldn't get there. McConville's there. A huge error at the back. And McGrath is in for his second of the game. And we are 2-1 down here. We did suspect that it could be a defeat today. The fact that we went in front was a big bonus. But McGrath with a brace, unfortunately because of an error from Charlie Wellens at right back initially. And he gave it away there from the throw-in as well, so he's not having a best of games at right back as he knocks it forward looking for Cebulski. He wins the header, there's no one running off him, and Clark, very comfortable on the ball, finds Sweet at right back. Now Charles into Scully. Wigan moving the ball very well here. McGlinchey brings him down, no foul given, and McGrath's in again. Asgard knocks it back to Jenkins, who's going to get a strike away here, and it's 3-1. Jack Jenkins with the goal. Poor goalkeeping from Lawton. And it's game over. We're not going to score 3 goals against the League One side. Game over, unfortunately. Half an hour gone. And to be quite honest, I'm surprised it didn't happen in the initial game, but I'm very disappointed in the manner of this. Charlie Wellens has been extremely poor, like I say, at right back. And we are going to have to make some changes, I think, at half time. We we could have won the game in the initial game. We did it at the woodwork, and Wigan were poor, to be honest. And Sweet brought down again by Ume in the penalty area, but Ume's managed to get onto it. And again, there's no support for him. He's trying to break forward here, and he finds Burton. Somehow we still have the ball here. This is Cebulski, and that was completely bizarre. He tried to knock it over the top, and he's just absolutely leathered it forward. And McConville knocks it out wide to Powell. Our left back's got a yellow card now as well, which isn't good. And now Charles, they're dominating everything from the back to the front here. And Green, and it's fallen for Asgard. And now McGrath has got his hat trick from central midfield. It's 4-1. It's very much game over now. And a huge blow, really. It didn't start off well with Wellens, but both fullbacks have been poor. And Kamani Ryan's done absolutely nothing down that right hand side. Same with Burton on the left. A huge. I was hoping it wouldn't be such a bad defeat, to be honest, but this has been extremely poor, and yeah, there's not really much we could do in this second half. We are going to make changes, but again, there's not really an awful lot we can do here. We're going to bring Hankson as an Olim on for the two fullbacks because they've both been poor and they're both in yellow cards. Kamani Ryan's going to come off as well, and we've not got another right winger. Mikel Barnes, I suppose, can come in central midfield. We'll put Bobby. Oh, they're both just as bad as each other out wide. I tell you what we'll do is Cebulski is the best of the three strikers, believe it or not, at wide right. So we'll We'll do that. We'll put Ume into the target forward role. We'll bring Edozie on up front. I can't imagine it'll make any difference whatsoever, but that's what we're going to do. And Joshua Ron is going to come on for Forebears, who is struggling for fitness. We don't need to take any risks in this game. And yeah, we'll just call it as it is. Get the 3 yellow carded players off. And Cibulski's struggling for fitness now as well, so ideally we should take him off, and I think we will do so, to be quite honest. Like I say, there's no point in risking anybody, and Mikael Barnes can go wide right for the rest of this game. We're going to demand a little bit more from the side and just hope for the best, really. Here's Tharm into Sweet, now Jenkins. Edozie does well to intercept, he's on a yellow card already as well. Ume into Mikael Barnes, wide right. Just holding on to it, whips it across Mikael Barnes. It's a brilliant delivery, and Edozie finds Ume, and it should have been a good effort, really. He should have at least hit the target. If he'd have hit the target there, it would have been a goal. It remains 4-1, but at least we've created an opportunity in this second half. It's been poor, to be quite honest. That first half is completely deflated as McGrath, with that early penalty to get the equaliser from that big error from Charlie Wellens at right back. And unfortunately, it set the tone after we went in front. But we've scored a goal against them. We'll take what little positives there have been in this game. But again, 5 yellow cards in the game is poor as well. Lawton Green has had a shocking timing goal as well. And we've kept the second half at 0-0 at least. But look at the number of yellow cards we're getting. It's very, very poor. We're losing our discipline again. And I'm going to have some words with some of the players because we've had very poor performances there. We're out of the FA Cup in the second round. Granted, if we'd have got through, we wouldn't have beaten Newcastle. There's no way we'd have done well against Newcastle. But even so, the financial side of things will have improved drastically just from being in the second round. We've lost very heavily, like I say. McGrath, I mean, from our point of view, he's a very top quality midfield player, and he can play again quite a few positions. He's massive quality compared to our side. He bagged his hat trick and he just ruined us, unfortunately. The quality certainly told, and we've been absolutely hammered in the end. And in terms of finances, it will have suited us quite well. We'll have done well in terms of money. But a very heavy defeat there. But hopefully we can get back to winning ways for the FA Trophy game against Boston and set up a little bit of a league run again. And hopefully we can get some improved form. In terms of coming back next time, I think we'll probably do League Leaders Southend, but we'll do Hampton and Richmond first. We've had Blythe and Bromley already this season. So we'll get 5 games done and out of the way. We'll come back for Hampton, Richmond away, Southend at home, and hopefully we can get some good results in the meantime. And until then, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Please like and subscribe. All your support is greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time for those 2 games as stated. And this is Big Will signing away.